For this problem, we'll graph an equation on the xy coordinate system, and then we'll state the domain and the range. We're given f of x is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 2. Now you might remember that this is really a line in the form of y equals mx plus b. Remember, f of x is just function notation for y, and anytime we have a linear equation in the form where y is isolated on one side, it is in the form which we call slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M represents the slope, and b represents the y-intercept. It's easy to graph an equation when it's in y equals mx plus b form because we can begin with b, the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 2 in this case. Since the y-intercept is equal to 2, we'll just go up to 2 on the y-axis and graph that intercept. That's one of the points on our line. Now the m we can think of as move. We're going to move in the direction of 1 unit down on the y-axis and 3 units across on the x-axis. Let's talk about that for a minute. Slope is equal to negative 1/3. Remember what slope really means. Slope really means the change in the y direction over the change in the x direction. So, from this y-intercept where I started, I'm going to go down 1 unit along the y-axis, and then I'm going to go 3 units to the right along the x-axis, and I'll plot another point. I can do that as many times as I want. I can go down 1 in the y-axis direction and over 3 in the x direction. And then I can connect these points. And this is the graph of f of x equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. Now let's talk about the domain and the range. For any linear function that has a positive or negative slope, so any line except the special case that's either horizontal or vertical, I can say that the domain goes from negative to positive infinity. In other words, I can let x equal any value I choose. And the same is going to be true for the range. The y value can go from negative to positive infinity.